Hey guys and welcome. In this video, we're going to start things off right and begin programming. You can open a new project, create a new folder. I already did that. I created it and named it Python Courses. So I'm going to create a new file right here and I'm going to call it guessgame.py because we're coding in Python. Alright, let me close this welcome tab and welcome guide. So for this game, we're going to do the game guess a number between 1 and 10. Alright, in this game, we'll just think about it for a minute. What do you do in this game? There's a player that chooses a number at random between 1 and 10, and then there's another player that guesses that number, and they either get it right or they get it wrong. If they get it wrong, the player says, no, try again. And they try again until they get it. So that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll say the computer is the one that chooses the number. So the computer picks a number. Then we try to guess that number. And we have to have a way that compares our guess to the computer's number. Alright. That seems like all we need. So let's get started. First, the computer needs to pick a number between 1 and 10. How are we going to do that? Well, let's go over to python.org and see if we can find something useful. If we go to the Documentations tab, click on it, scroll down and go to the library reference, this will bring us to the Python standard library. This is a whole bunch of useful tools made just for Python. Alright, let's do Control F and type in random. I've already done so. Oh, look at here. There's a random library that generates pseudo-random numbers. That's what it's made for. That sounds perfect. Alright, there's lots of different functions here. Random.seed, random.getState, etc., etc. I'm going to scroll down until I see one that really sounds useful. Oh look, random.randint. Return a random integer n such that a is less than or equal to n and n is less than or equal to b. Well, that sounds exactly what we need. This is basically saying that n will be anything less than or anything equal to or between a and b. Alright, so this is random.randint. So we can say from the random library, let's import randint. Okay, let's go ahead and define our game function. This is a game, so I like to put games in functions. Okay, there's our game function. And we want the computer to choose a number at random. So we'll say, well, let's make a variable. It's a secret number, so we'll call the computer's variable secret number. And it'll equal a random integer between 1 and 10. Alright, what else do we need to do? Well, now we need to guess that number. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to guess a number and then we need to compare our guess to the computer's number. This is a recurring loop. This is something that's going to happen a not set amount of times. It's not necessarily going to happen 2 times or 3 times or 1 time for that matter. It's going to happen however long it takes. So this is going to be a while loop. So we're going to say while true, my guess is going to equal what? Well, I want the program to ask me for my guess. So that's going to be an input by me. So I want it to ask me, guess a number between 1 and 10. Alright. Then what's next? Well, if I get the number right, I want it to tell me I won, and if I get it wrong, I want it to tell me to guess again. Alright, key word here, if. So if I get the guess correct, if my guess equals the computer secret number, then what? Well, I want it to tell me I won, so print you won. My secret number was whatever. And those curly brackets are great because we can format them with dot format and then input whatever we want. So I want whatever the computer's secret number in those curly brackets. So that's what I'll format it with. And if we get the secret number correct, then we won our game. We can just break the program and end the program. Else, if we get it wrong, then we can just print try again. Always in quotes. Try again. And that looks like it's it. Let's end our game function. Let's save our program, Command Save. And let's try to run it in our terminal. Open up the terminal. I'm in Python 3, so Python 3, our file is guessgame.py, and let's run it. Great, it seems to be working. Guess a number between 1 and 10. 3. Oh, look here, it's asking us right next to the 10. Let's see if we can fix that here in a minute. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh, it's also not, I just tried all the numbers and it's not saying if I got one right. So there seems to be a problem there too. Let's try to find those two errors. Well, first of all, for the formatting error, let's go to the guess a number between 1 and 10. Let's put a colon here and a space. That should fix it. That should make it more visually pleasing in our code. Lastly, why did it not tell us we got it right whenever we chose all the numbers from 1 to 10? Oh, I think I see the issue. Our secret number is a random integer, and while we are inputting integers, the computer doesn't necessarily see it that way. We need to tell it. So we're going to say our guess equals the integer guess, and that should fix our problem. Let's save our program, Command Save, open up the terminal and try to run it again. So again, Python 3 guess_game.py. Alright, this is already working better. 4, 5. You won. The secret number was 7. Excellent work, guys. I'll see you in the next video. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Cheers.